Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience.
On a Saturday afternoon, it's senior day inside the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center for the regular season finale of women's volleyball. It's the Adrian College Bulldogs going up against the Albion College Britons, who haven't lost to Adrian since 2017. Hello, friends. My name is Nathan Lindner, joined alongside Dakota Clifton. Dakota, a tale of two seasons for these teams. The Bulldogs come into today with a record of 2-18 and 1-6 in MIAA play. Their first win came on September 5th against Worcester, and their last win just this past Wednesday at Kalamazoo. On the other side of the net, this Albion volleyball team sits at 22-4 and 5-2 in MIAA play. Dakota, when you look at the contrast between these two teams, what do you think Adrian needs to do early to build confidence and keep pace with a strong Albion squad?
They just got to slow the game down, limit mental errors, and just play their game. I mean, they're a solid squad as well. They just have had a struggle year. You know, limit the smaller things that could go wrong and just play the game that they can play and know that they can play. Just try and, you know, build some momentum early and keep it going throughout the match.
Yeah, it's struggled so far for Adrian. They've gotten swept in 10 of the 19 matches they've played this year, but they've lost by an average of 12 points each match. So the sets are close. They're only losing by an average of 4 or 5 points each set. They're right there. They just aren't able to finish.
And that's a, you know, big part of any game whatsoever is just being able to, you know, pull through when it matters and close out and finish the game strong.
Exactly. Almost come up in the clutch at this point. Sometimes the Bulldogs just aren't able to do that. You wonder maybe if it's a conditioning factor, some of the problems that way. You know, you're right there at the end. It's close games, and then you're just unable to get the point. You know, some of them are 25-27. They even pushed it to a little extra time there. On the other side for Albion, they've just been dominating all year. They've won at least one set in all matches played this year. They've had 3 separate winning streaks of 5, 6, and 7 this year. Are they poised for another big win today?
I mean, I think so. I mean, Albion's on a hot streak right now. They're doing very well this year and looking to continue and build some momentum off of this going into MIAA tournament play. And Albion can almost see this as a setup for going into it just to keep their legs warm and keep their bodies fresh.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Albion going into the MIAA play. So for MIAA tournament, the top 6 teams make the tournament. 1 and 2 get buys. 3 will play 6, and 4 will play 5. So Adrian, they're not going to be here. This is going to be their last game, and it's senior day. They honored those seniors just before we came on air. But for Albion, like you said, one last tune-up. Albion, they currently sit in first place, and with Trine losing last night to Hope, Albion will be the 3 seed. So if we take a look at the MIAA conference standings, you got Hope is number 1 and Calvin number 2. Like Hope was nationally ranked. Is that correct?
Hope is ranked number 7.
Yeah, they're a powerhouse for sure. 8-0 in conference play, 24-3 overall. Then you have Albion in 3rd, Trine in 4th, Olivet 5th, and St. Mary's 6th, who's 2-5. And looking here, Alma just lost, so they're 2-6. St. Mary's will be the 6th seed. I think if they're able to win, I think they play today. So if they're able to win, they'll hold on to that 6th seed, and they will most likely travel to Albion for the quarterfinal matchup of MIAA tournament. So getting started set here for the first set. Teams have been introduced, lineup set. I always like it in volleyball that they introduce every single person on the roster rather than just the starters.
Yeah, it's not like singling people out, and it's kind of including everybody, those that don't play as much and those that have been there for a minute, and even those that aren't, just getting their name out there and getting known as a member of the program, and especially if they're going to be there for years to come.
Exactly. You know, you've earned your spot to be here. You're on college team playing NCAA volleyball. It's nothing to be ashamed about, even if you're not starting on the floor as the first 6. It's just a tremendous accomplishment for all these ladies, so they get their names called over the PA announcement. One last time for the 6 seniors we have, who I believe they're all starting on the court.
Love to see that from Adrian. Give them all one last hurrah, even if it's just for the first little bit here. Maybe it continues throughout the match. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how long head coach David Quan in his 12th season will let the Adrian College seniors be free. It'll be Rainey Atherton for the first serve of the match. It's a good one. Floats it over. Bump, setting up the spike for Frank. No good on the kill. Adrian recollects. Feldman over the top. Set. A little free ball over. Adrian collects again. Another chance at a kill. Chan in front, goes a little touch pass. Dove and recovered by Williams. Sent over the net. Albion draws first blood.
Just a little tip, trying to just get it over everybody's head and prevent anything from being able to be dug out of off the floor there, and just nice play there.
Well, Albion with the serve. It was Kata Herrick. Coming over now was Lemberger with the pass. Recovers again. Herrick with the kill attempt. No good. Over top, fighting for it at the net. Leinberger went up for it again. Albion with possession from the deep zone. In front. Herrick, the set. Whitfield with the kill. Shan, another short top and unable to get it. Adrian ties things up, one apiece.
Going back to what we talked about at the start, mental errors, that was one there. Just couldn't get the ball out of or in the air long enough to be able to do anything with it.
Service goes back to Adrian. It's Emma Leinberger. Good over. Albion collects. Maybe a free ball here for Adrian. Passed up by McCombs. It'll be Bomer. The attempt. Back for Frank. Blocked at the net by Chan and Feldman. Again over. Albion back and forth. It draws. Drops onto the court in front of Adrian. That was Lauren Bomer.
Great effort out of Bomer, trying to keep that in the air long enough to be able to rally and try and battle back and collect a point there for Adrian.
Paige Williamson, the junior from Caledonia, Michigan, the server. Short over, dug out by Atherton. Feldman, it's going to go deep.
Just a little too much on it. Hit a little too long, just got to zone in and try and find that corner next time.
Albion with an early advantage, 3-1. Low line drive again. Leinberger with the set. One-handed save from Williamson. Spiked over Atherton with the recovery set. McCombs. And now over and a little whiff there from Lauren Bomer on the attempt.
Not a whole lot that can be done there. Not a great look from Bomer. Bomer just trying to do everything she can with what she had.
Server again is Williamson. Goes far side. Feldman with the set and a quick pass over the net. Albion collects in front. Atherton. Chan right in front of the middle. No good. Here come the Britons spike over the top, and it was in net. Might have been tipped.
Ball just got right past the arms of Rainey Atherton. Not too much she can do. She gave it a run and tried to save it.
So again, it's Paige Williamson. Feldman with the pass, no for Chen. Feldman with the kill, that one out of play again. Just a couple of unforced errors early on in the first set. Williamson with the hot hand. She's gotten every serve in thus far. The libero for the Britons, excuse me. Pass off the net from Bomer. Bomer again goes deep, and another unforced error. They just can't seem to get that kill in bounds.
Something that we talked about beforehand is limiting, mental errors and small things kind of like that. And Bulldogs just struggling to keep the ball within the zone and not being able to do a whole lot with it.
Adrian with an early timeout. They trail at 7-1. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back here on Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
We're back at Adrian College, Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. An early timeout call here from David Kwan. Maybe didn't like what he saw those first couple of points. Also maybe an attempt to ice the current server for the Britons is Paige Williamson.
She's absolutely on a hot streak, and Bulldogs haven't been able to do anything to stop it. Bulldogs committing a lot of mental errors, small things where you shouldn't be making those mistakes at this level, and just Bulldogs can't get under control, and maybe that's what that timeout was, just try and get his team under control and trying to get them out of their heads.
So we return to play. Williamson. The ice doesn't work. And a missed pass there, attempt from McCombs that it sails off of her forearms and right back to where we started from just a moment ago. Here's Williamson again. Serve, McCombs, good pass this time at the net. They still play it off of the net. Feldman with the attempt over. Coming in front of the middle was Jones. Now the spike from Piarella over the top. Britons look to collect. Blocked at the net by Chan and Bomer. Free ball from McCombs. Lead pass set. Left-handed spike from Carly Frank. It's good.
Despite the defensive looks they had there, from Chan, Bulldogs couldn't stop the left-handed spike, and just got to continue to grind and try and get something going.
9-1. Britain's on an 8-0 run. Tipped at the net, and that's just an unfortunate play there. McCombs diving for it. Couldn't get to it in time, and now it's a 9-point advantage for Albion.
Very unfortunate break for the Bulldogs there. Ball just glanced off the net and died.
Williamson, her 9th serve in a row. That one a little deep, and then service will return back to the Bulldogs side.
Exactly what the Bulldogs needed there. One small slip up from the Britons, and now they have a little bit of momentum and try and keep building off that and try and climb back from this 8-point deficit that they're in.
Cora Nicolanti, the sophomore, who actually leads the team in service aces, comes in for Feldman. Here it is, dropped low, off hit. That one hit off the net again. Free ball for the Bulldogs. Here's Rowan, now out wide for Bomer. That one wide, no, it was tipped.
Great start there for the Bulldogs coming off the mental error from Paige Williamson. Now they just got to continue building off that momentum and continue the run.
Nicolanti again. Easily set. Pass, Keel comes down, and good from Carly Frank.
Frank's just eating the Bulldogs alive from that far side. Haven't been able to stop her so far. 2 kill attempts, 2 kills.
Yeah, Carly Frank leads the team here in kills with 407. Serve over in front. Bomer dives in front, and it's down. She could not pancake it, was Paige Williamson.
Great effort from Williamson. That ball just dove right off the net, and she gave everything she had to try and get to it. Almost did.
Avery O'Shaughnessy comes in for the libero Atherton. It's Kayla Chan to serve. Over, and that one's well deep, at least 5 feet behind the line. So she goes out. Atherton back in the back row. Boy, that's a killer, having service error.
Yeah, can't have that, especially down 8 points here.
Here's Ava Wilcox. Nice and easy serve. Bumped by Nicolani. And now Rowan with the cross-court kill. Coming near the net. That one going out of play. Bulldogs get the point.
Bulldogs looking to continue to build off of the small errors committed by Albion here and trying to get back into this match.
So it'll be one of the seniors here. Phoebe Scott with the service. Over the top. Oh my goodness, what an absolute knock from Kata Herrick.
Absolute pinpoint precision. I mean, painted it right in the corner.
That is textbook. Just nice, easy pass, set, and a kill for the Britons. And the Bulldogs do the same. Coming across court, it did hit the line on a kill for Emma Lineberger.
Going right back to it again. Absolute pinpoint precision.
Couple of substitutions here for the Bulldogs. Nicolanti and Rowan take a seat. And it'll be McCombs coming in to serve right off the bat. Amelia McCombs, another one of the seniors from Commerce Township, Michigan. Floats it over. Nice easy pass. Comes down again. It's Kata Herrick once again on the outside.
Bulldogs haven't really had a defensive response to the kill attempts here from the Britons so far in this match. And that's something that they got to kind of lock down on.
Yeah, you've seen it gone over to her side plenty of times. You wonder if they just take a couple more blockers, put them over there, knowing that that's where they're most likely to attempt. A nice easy float punch pass from the Britons. They're rolling right now, up 9.
Again, right back to Frank. And something that Bulldogs haven't been able to stop so far is Frank.
From Phoebe. Over the top, another unforced error on the attack. And we're going to see our second timeout here taken from David Kwan. Again, down 10, 16-6. We'll step away for a brief moment. Dakota Clifton, Nathan Lindner up here on Adrian College Television. You're watching Volleyball.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Welcome you back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. We're on a crisp November Saturday afternoon. Multiple teams in action right now. Football is over there playing Trine. Dakota, you got a score update?
Adrian is down 14-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first.
Now that is actually really surprising. According to my inside information from Sean, he said this is going to be an easy win. They don't have much to worry about. What? Oh, early deficit for Adrian. Probably a defensive, I bet you an offensive turnover. Maybe we'll see it in there. Anyway, back to the game at hand. And if you take a look at number 7 for Albion, Molly Edmonds. When I was looking at her stats, at first I thought it was a typo, but now we said it's not. She's got, this season, 1,003 assists. Blocked at the line by Feldman. And O'Shaughnessy again. Rally keeps going. Little set in front. O'Shaughnessy, the set. Feldman on the wide attack, blocked in front. They keep her rolling, bumped over the net. Bulldogs have a free ball. In front, O'Shaughnessy blocked again by Albion. They win the point.
Great defensive effort there from both sides of the net. Couple of blocks going both ways, and Britain's just outlasted the Bulldogs.
So here's Edmonds. Short pass goes over, and McCombs couldn't handle that one. So like I said, Molly Edmonds, 1,003 assists. She leads the team by far. The next closest has 78, so it's pretty obvious when the ball comes over to the Albion side, you know who's getting the second ball. Right there, Edmonds set. Attack, no good. Bulldogs keep it going. Atherton with the free ball over. Front left-handed attempt by Frank. And on the other side, it's Herrick. Down and tipped out. Britain's winning another one.
Again, like you're saying, every time their second touch went straight to Edmonds. Edmonds was the one that got it both times there, and looks like it's going to continue to stay that way.
Yeah, she's definitely their catalyst. The assist leader by far. Here comes the serve. A little short one inside. Atherton dug it out, and they play on. Amazing effort by the Bulldogs there. Down in front, and the kill. Emma Piarella. Albion keeps it rolling. 5 points away from set 1 victory. Fresh into the game is Kendall Sullivan. Frank on the outside again. Nicely passed by McCombs. Feldman on the outside. Block attempt. And we continue. Goes cross court, and what a placement. Wow, you couldn't throw that ball any better.
Beautifully placed, long side one-handed. Not sure how many more times you could recreate that.
Sullivan with a pass. Feldman goes short over, but right there to dig it up was Edmonds. Obviously couldn't set that one as she was the first to touch it. Down in front, O'Shaughnessy in a diving attempt. Feldman smacks it down. They keep playing. Dug out. Down attempt. Titans win the point. Albion College, Britons on the brink here. Edmonds again with the serve. They're up 22-6. A complete domination, complete control. I was trying to combine those words. Edmonds short again. Sullivan with the attempt. Feldman in the middle. Little floater. The set from Williamson. Kill. Atherton dug it out when that one gone off the court. That one's still airborne over the bleachers.
Lots of effort there out of the Bulldogs, even though there wasn't much of a chance on that. Still had two Bulldog players sprinting after it, trying to get to the ball and try and keep it in play.
The new server is Aaliyah Vesper. Will she go short? Southpaw, easily controlled by Sullivan. Now in front, O'Shaughnessy hit off the net and went down. They say she dug it out off the pancake, but the kill attempt, it goes out wide. Bulldogs win this point.
Great effort, come up void. I mean, saved it off the floor just to immediately get the ball knocked out and not be able to have anything to show for it.
Yeah, I thought that one, it was really close to the ground, but officials right there to make the call. Serve from Atherton, shortly over Sullivan with the attempt. Feldman, free ball, set. The kill attempt short. Atherton with the left-handed keeps it up. Sullivan goes deep, and it's just outside of the line. And now Albion College 1 point away from winning this first set. Serve from Herrick. McCombs. Chen in front. Down, and she gets the kill.
Both sides of the net putting on a snipe show. Lots of corner shots so far. I mean, just burying in the corner, not anything you can really do with it.
Excellent placement there from Kayla Chan. Here's Lineberger with the serve. Pass from Williamson. Out wide. Attack from Whitfield. Blocked. Tipped out. Adrian College with a successful block attempt. We'll head to set point number 2.
Shannon Feldman up front is a great combination for the Bulldogs. They've been right there on everything so far.
Yeah, they lead the team in blocks. Spike in front. McCombs dug it out. Out wide. Tipped at the net from Bomer. Set. And no one there off the high set on the far side. Bulldogs survive another one.
Thanks to a little bit of miscommunication there from the Britons.
Kayla Chan leads the team in blocks, solos with 12, and block assists with 61. That service error will result in the Albion College Britons taking the first set by a score of 25-10. And as we head to a set break, we'll also head to a break here. Dakota Cliff, Nathan Lindner, you're watching Bulldog Volleyball on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Set 1 in the books. Albion took it by a score of 25-10. Obviously, we saw a lot in that first set. A couple of service errors, a couple of unforced errors on the attack errors. Dakota, what else you see?
Bulldogs are trying to play a little too quick. They're not taking their time, trying to overcomplicate it instead of just slow down and try and control the ball a little bit better. Obviously, they're having a little bit of issues with receiving the ball, and it's showing. I mean, a couple of balls just shooting off forearms, and instead of having the ball controlled, it's just getting launched and nothing anybody can do with it.
Yeah, looking at the stats, it seems like Albion has almost doubled up Adrian in every single category. They lead the kills 13-6. Adrian has committed 6 attack errors, Albion only 2. They do have the same number, almost the same number of total attacks. Albion leads that category 37-36. Albion more assists, 12-6, and the service aces, that's what you're talking about. Albion has 3 service aces, Adrian with none. So Albion has just been able to they've been able to recover, or what's the word I'm looking for?
They've just been able to bounce back off of anything that's been thrown their way, and it's kind of wearing the Bulldogs down a little bit. I definitely think that's a factor so far, is the Britons are constantly on attack, and I feel like it's just wearing the Bulldogs down quickly.
They've been able to handle the serves. That's the word I'm looking for. Bulldogs a couple times where they could not. Obviously, the 3 service aces going against them, but Bulldogs do lead the category in block assists. That is something that Albion does struggle with. Their opponents have outblocked them in all of their matches combined, which goes to show, looking at the roster, their tallest girl they have is only 6 foot. Most of the other ones are between 5'8" and 5'11", so they don't get it done on the blocking advantage, but they can sure jump high and do the kill.
Absolutely. They get a lot of power on their kills, and, I mean, they also just have precision with just about everything that they throw at the Bulldogs, finding every gap they can and just attacking.
When we get set, teams have swapped sides and swapped benches. Atherton comes in as the libero. Albion seems to be in a good mood. They're out here for a nice afternoon of some volleyball on a Saturday afternoon. Probably go home and have a good time after. Anyway, get started. It'll be the Britons to start serve. It's Molly Edmonds, the sophomore from Trenton, Michigan. As we said, the assist leader. First serve of the second set. And it goes out. So a service error, first one of the day for Albion.
Not something we've seen a whole lot there so far. I mean, Albion's been pretty solid on services, and just one mental miscue there.
So Sullivan, that one just tipped the net. Coming in front, just below the net. Now Herrick. Bulldogs have a free ball. Chen in front. Excuse me, that's O'Shaughnessy with the kill. Bulldogs lead 2-0.
Bulldogs have some momentum here. Now they've got to keep the momentum and keep building and try and take this set here from the Britons.
Sullivan again. And she's really good at tipping it off the net. It's almost an unfair advantage. Blocked at the front by O'Shaughnessy. Again, that's Herrick in the front, over net. Bulldogs recover. Out wide, Rowan, and an attack error, no good.
Bulldogs coming out with some aggression here in this second set, and that's something that we didn't see as much in the first set, and maybe that was head coach David Kwan's little message there in between.
Herrick with the serve. Nicolanti. It's at Rowan again, up top, blocked. I'm going to say that's a double, blocked at front, and it's a lift instead.
Great effort, just not a whole lot you can do on that, especially as you're falling to the ground.
Head coach for Albion kind of questioning that call. Well, Bulldogs get the point. They leave it 3-1 early in the second set. Amelia McCombs checks in, and she will serve this one. Right on the MIAA logo. Pass to the left-handed from Carly Frank. My goodness.
Again, right back to the thorn in the side for Adrian. Carly Frank, just, they have not been able to stop her so far.
Right, the live stats, she's got 4 kills, just updated in 12 attempts. Accounted for 4 points in this match thus far. Williamson with the serve. She went on a run in the last set, served about 8 or 9 in a row, and she's going to get another one as a bad miss there from Megan Feldman. They look to recover. Game tied at 3 apiece. Williamson again. McCombs with the dig. Outside, Feldman. Got it over the net this time. Spiked again at the top. O'Shaughnessy with the block attempt. And the Britons go right back in the lead.
Not a lot you can do. Just ball got blocked right down off the fingertips, right underneath her. And trying to avoid hurting your teammate.
And I don't want any injuries this late in the season. All for the Bulldogs. It's your last game, so you got nothing to lose. Spike from Herrick in the attempt. Tipped over the net, and again here by Lineberger. Out wide, Whitfield. Dug out by Atherton. McCombs with the pass. It'll be Feldman with the free ball over to Albion. Edmonds, left-handed spike from Frank.
Albion's living and dying through Carly Frank and Molly Edmonds, and I mean, why wouldn't you? Bulldogs haven't been able to stop it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Williamson again continues with the service, and she'll get another one as another error by the Bulldogs. Do you think for Frank, it's just a different angle coming off of the left hand for the Bulldogs? They're just not used to seeing it?
It might be. I mean, everything is almost completely flipped. Any spin that she has on it's going to be different from that of a righty. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that might factor into it.
Yeah, and I think if you're on the right side, it's much easier for a lefty. They have both the option to go cross court, and then they can just pull it right down the line. So it's kind of hard to defend as a blocker. If you're a righty on the right side, you're more likely to just go across court, as it's very difficult for a pass coming in from your left to kill it down on the right side. McCombs with the pass. Now Feldman. There's the attempt. Easily handled by Herrick. Outside Frank again. Did you check the floor for cracks?
Frank is just absolutely demolishing the Bulldogs right now. Bulldogs cannot seem to slow her down whatsoever.
Up to 6 kills on the day for Carly Frank. In front, O'Shaughnessy blocked at the net. Margaret Jones also in there was Bree Whitfield. And Paige Williamson again in the second set, almost at the exact same score that we had in the last set. She continues to go on the service roll as Albion has won several points in a row. Get the net, Feldman over the top. Free ball for the Britons. In front, blocked by the Bulldogs, but it was just on their side of the net.
Great effort there by Feldman and O'Shaughnessy. No, that is not O'Shaughnessy. That is O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, that's O'Shaughnessy.
I saw one and didn't see the 3.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 4, Chloe Budzinski. Williamson continues with the service. Low line drive, it dropped just over the net. Set from Kaiser. Outside set. Frank, just a little tapper this time. Kaiser outside for Budzinski. Blocked again. Albion continues the roll. Timeout here from the Bulldogs. David Kwan has seen enough just this far into the second set. 11-3. Go to Clifton. Nathan Lindner. We'll be right back on ACTV.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
We welcome you back inside the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center. I'd like to give a shout out to our crew today. Akila Graham on top cam, Olivia Cronin is our director. Dakota Clift and I in the booth, Josiah Durrell is our streaming coordinator. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Adrian College Television.
Another timeout here from David Kwan, and this is the third one that the Bulldogs have used so far. I think Kwan's just trying to almost light a fire under his team and trying to get them back in this match, trying to give them some momentum. That way they have something to build off of.
And again, with Paige Williamson on the service is when he took the timeout in the last set. Doesn't ice her this time, set by Kaiser. Budzinski gets it over. Coming in from the back row is Herrick, but just short of the net. Bulldogs flip the script.
That might be the flip of momentum that the Bulldogs needed. Just one mistake from the Britons and take advantage of it and run with it.
Atherton with the serve. Goes near side. Set from Edmonds. Attempt blocked by Chan. Now near the net. Over, and she couldn't handle it, as that was Paige Williamson. Just kind of caught it off the fingertips.
Just another one of those little small things that you typically don't see happen at this level, and just something that they got to look to correct throughout the match.
On the outside, spike down and on the net. Bree Whitfield with an absolute powerful kill. So it will be Camille Oxley for the Britons from the serve. Dug out by Sullivan. Kaiser, Chan, Sullivan again. Up over the net and then caught out of position. Well read there by Bree Whitfield.
Yeah, Bulldogs all just shifted over, try and help with the block, and nobody was able to rotate back into position to stop the dump pass over.
Oxley again, dug out by Sullivan. Kaiser in the middle, now for Budzinski. Atherton digs it up again. Chan on the outside, blocked, kept alive. Budzinski in the middle. Another kill for Margaret Jones. A little softer to touch on that one.
Sometimes that's all you need is just precision, and she had it there, just got it right over all the Bulldogs and dumped it on the line.
Substitution here for the Bulldogs. Leah Denny checks in. Atherton with the dig. Sullivan out wide for Budzinski. Tries to go cross court, but kind of caught herself a little bit too outside the court. Couldn't get it over the net.
Not too much of an angle there to work with. Just tried to force something that wasn't really there, and not something you can afford to do down 15-5.
Oxley again. A wide free ball from Kaiser. Edmonds. Attempt from Jones. Blocked. Bulldogs recover. Chan goes down. Up wide. Still goes out. They keep playing that one off of the bleachers. Bulldogs win the point on an absolute kill from Kayla Chan.
Very dangerous, going both ways, getting in front of that and also then proceeding to chase it down into the bleachers.
Got to keep trying for the attempt. Bulldogs trail 6-15. Here's Lineberger. Edmonds with the heads-up play instead of setting it, knocks it over the net. And a new libero checking in here for Adrian. It's Hope Boma. Atherton gets a breather. And it'll be Ava Wilcox to serve for Albion. Over the net and a missed attempt there from Boma. The ball will find you when you enter.
And that one was finding her and then just knuckled away.
And some of those services that they can do with the knuckleball. See if she does it here again. Just no spin on the ball. You don't know where it's going to go at the last second. Out wide for Bomer, and that one hit the antenna. Albion granted the point. You wonder here if David Kwan looking to call a second timeout. And he is. You can see him eyeing up the official there. Down 12 points, and Albion 7 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this match. We will step aside here for a 30-second break. You're watching Bulldog Volleyball on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center, home of the Bulldogs, as it says up there across the banner here. Bulldogs trail 18-6. Albion just been all in control.
Yeah, I mean, Albion has their foot on the gas and has not let off so far. Just continuing to go full throttle, trying to get this over as fast as they can, while still getting as much work in as they can, preparing to go into the MIAA tournament.
Yeah, you wonder for head coach Kristen Slemmer de St. Aubin for Albion. Nice name there. If moving into the third set, assuming that you do win the second one, if she'll want her to put in a couple more subs, maybe to give them some more time, because obviously once you enter the MIAA tournament, you're just going to be fully in your starters, trusting what you've done all season, or if they'll kind of just keep what they've done, just put the Bulldogs away.
I think you'll see a little bit of both. I mean, try and get a couple more people rotated in. Also, getting your starters prepared to go into the MIAA tournament, but also having that knowledge that there's more people you can build off of.
Yeah, I bet they'll start with the starters for the first couple of points, and then they'll probably empty the bench at that point if they get some of the other girls some work. That one tipped at the line by Margaret Jones, so Albion continues the run. Serve from Wilcox. Diving attempt there from Denny. Over the top from Feldman. Set from Edmonds. Out wide attempt off the hands of Feldman on the attack from Kata Herrick. Here's Ava Wilcox again. Short, well short, but still over the net. Feldman on the attempt. Atherton back in. Bomer on the outside. Edmonds with the set. Short in front. Atherton dives it out and couldn't get it to a teammate, as that was Lineberger last attempt.
Feldman just a little bit out of position on that. Took a couple of steps back and ball landed right where she was standing.
Wilcox continues the service. McCombs back in for the Bulldogs. Got it on that far left side. Dropped in short and a diving attempt from the freshly entered McCombs. On the outside, blocked in front. That one hit the antenna. Bulldogs will get the point.
Even without the antenna, there were two Bulldogs there ready to block it and trying to keep the rally going and trying to get themselves another point and trying to battle back from this 14-point deficit here in the second set.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely a great job at blocks. They lead on season totals. They're up 136 to 120 on the total blocks. The block attempt there, no good, as Kata Herrick just a little too much sauce on that one out wide. And here the Britons can sniff the control on this one. 3 points away from a commanding two-set lead. Nicolanti with the attempt. And that one just over the hands of Lineberger again. Kind of just that in-between pass where it's coming right at you. You don't know if you want to bump it off of almost your biceps, or much easier to just set it. Nicolanti. Now wide for Bomer off the top of the net. That one goes down. Kill for Lauren Bomer.
Great effort there from Camille Oxley. I mean, ball off the net, off a couple of fingertips, and laying out, trying to keep the point alive.
So it'll be Phoebe Scott, a senior from Perrysburg, Ohio. Nice easy serve over at the top. Spike blocked by the Bulldogs. Again, oh, she goes over the top. Caught the Bulldogs. They're going to be called. It's going to be Bulldogs point. They're called for over the net were the Britons. Again, head coach questioning the call, but the referee Britons again. On the outside, Herrick blocked again by the Bulldogs. Bomer up there on a solo block.
We continue to talk about it. Bulldogs just absolutely dominating on blocks, block attempts, and continuing to do so.
Yeah, they lead that category 3-2 in block solos. Scott with the attempt, punched over the net. Now on the far side, Herrick blocked again by the Bulldogs.
Herrick's not having any luck over there on that far side. Just Bulldogs right there, having two sets of hands and doing everything they can to try and slowly battle back into this.
I think Herrick's got to try a different attempt. She just keeps powering it over the top. That one outside. Bulldogs on a roll here, 3 or 4 in a row.
Bulldogs got a little bit of momentum going now and looking to continue to build off that and try and continue battling back and trying to get back into this and make it a 1-1 tie in sets.
Dig attempt. Herrick again. That one called in just on the outside. Boy, a good couple of points there for the Bulldogs, but now they're on the brink of a 2-0 set. Deficit, yeah, there you go. Just blanking on words here. Thanks, Dakota.
English is hard sometimes. It's okay.
Molly Edmonds looking to put the second set away. Serves over. Rowan. O'Shaughnessy on the top. Far side, Herrick. Blocked again by the Bulldogs, but this one's going to escape play. The Bulldogs, with the unbelievable block attempts, they got a couple of them on that little run they had there at the end of the set, but the Albion College Britons will win the second set 25-12. We'll have another 3-minute break before the third and potentially final set. Dakota Cliff, Nathan Lindner up here in the booth. You're watching Bulldog Volleyball on ACTV.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Stay connected with all the action by following @AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow @AdrianCollegeTV today. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. You can do that right over there by, well, you used to be able to click the red button. I remember Forrest said that. I'm like, well, it's not really red anymore. One of the changes they had in YouTube, they updated a lot of stuff there. Some of the things that I've noticed in the last, honestly, couple of weeks is just how many ads they play, man. It's just so annoying. I remember back as a kid, it'd be like one ad, and it'd be a pop-up ad like 15 seconds in to the video. You just click the X. Now it's like 2 ads just to play the video. Then you want to skip ahead to a different part of the video. Another ad comes up. I'm just like, man. And I saw another thing where it's like, YouTube Premium is one of those things where it's actually a good service to pay for, but people just aren't buying it. And one of the comments was like, well, why would you pay for something when before it was always free?
Yeah, I mean, that's just how a lot of things are, and it doesn't make a lot of sense just to try and change something from being something that you had to something you now have to pay for. You have to essentially work to have instead of something that was just there.
Anyway, I digress. A little bit of matchup history between these two teams. Adrian leads the all-time series 67-37, dating back to 1975. However, the Bulldogs haven't won since 2017, and they've only managed to reach 5 sets 4 times in the last 11 losses, although 2 of them were in the last 2 years. But Albion looks to be on the brink of a sweep here, 25 points away. Rainey Atherton doesn't care. She's coming in here with joy on her last game, putting on the Bulldog uniform. You wonder, as we get later into the set here, if Albion does look to win, maybe some of the emotion coming out from the seniors.
I definitely think there will be some emotion. I mean, they've bled Bulldog black and yellow their entire 4 years here, and it's coming to an end, and you definitely see some emotion out of them.
Atherton's first serve, it's good. On the outside, Frank. Excuse me, that was Herrick. Here's Rowan. That's a hit in the middle. O'Shaughnessy. Albion collects. There's Herrick on the inside. It was Frank on the outside. Down in the middle. Atherton with the save. Rowan over the top, and it just escapes. Boy, what a first point of the third set.
Great rally from both sides and great volleys as well. Just not a whole lot that you can do on a tip ball especially.
Well, here's Herrick with the service outside. Bomer. There's Frank, a little touch pass. We're going to see if they're going to use that a little bit more because the Bulldogs have been blocking every single hard spike that they've done. Hit from outside from Whitfield. Punched over by O'Shaughnessy. Albion. Frank dug out by Nicolanti. Rowan touch pass in front. It's down.
Great wherewithal there just to dump it. Instead of trying to kill it, just dump it over and find open space on the floor.
It's the cat and mouse game you play. Now what you're going to do, the spike is imminent, but just a little touch pass can catch the defense out of position. Here's Sullivan. Cut it off the biceps is Williamson. They look to recover. They get it back over. Free ball here for the Bulldogs. What can they set up? Outside. Rowan. Spiked. Blocked. Boy, off of the scramble from Albion, they were able to recover really nicely. Bulldogs couldn't take advantage.
Something Albion's done very well in this game is recovering off of tip balls, stuff that just gets loose, and getting it back in play and trying to build off of it.
Here's Paige Williamson again. Will they go on another run with her as the server? Rowan outside, and it might look that way as Virginia Rowan missed again.
Williamson seems to be one of their go-to servers, and very adamant and obvious as why.
Yeah, I think she either the second or third server in the rotation. As I wonder if we'll see what happened last time in both the last two sets as Rowan misses again, but it was tipped. So the Bulldogs will get the point. Again, head coach Kristen Slammer de St. Aubin questioning that call. Maybe I spoke too soon in that Williamson was going to go on a run. Albion wins several points in a row. David Kwan calls timeout like we've seen in the previous two sets. Potentially not a little substitution mix up there as the Bulldogs kind of jumped the gun. And here's McCombs. Service cleanly over. Edmonds outside Frank. Boom goes the cannon.
Frank's just been surgical in this match so far. Bulldogs haven't had an answer for her all night. And Albion just keeps going right back to her, and it makes sense.
Now her 7th kill on the day. In front, O'Shaughnessy. On the outside, it's Whitfield. Goes down in front of McCombs. Britons look to keep her rolling.
Bulldogs falling right back into that rut, not having momentum, and just falling behind and not being able to recover.
The serve from Oxley. Bulldogs recover. Feldman, touch pass over. Edmonds again. And down off of the hand of Margaret Jones.
Britons have caught the Bulldogs out of position a lot, and not a whole lot you can do. I mean, you're rotating to cover a spot. Just got to be able to get back as well.
O'Shaughnessy with the set. Feldman with the kill.
Nice little momentum flip there for the Bulldogs. Falling in a couple point rut and getting a kill to try and start a comeback and try and force another set here against the Britons.
So it'll be Avery O'Shaughnessy to serve. Bulldogs down 3. That one short of the net. And just when you thought you could build some momentum, you have a service error. So flips back over, Ava Wilcox. Britons with a 4-point lead in the third set, and they lead it 2-0. Sullivan goes wide. Feldman just in front of the scores table, but that one just went outside of the antennas. So the Britons awarded the point.
Great effort from Feldman, going right at the announcer's table and still putting your body on the line to try and keep the ball in play and trying to come back into the set.
Diving attempt by Atherton. Feldman on the outside. Low touch set over the top. Edmonds again. Spike down at the net. That one no good. Bulldogs, an amazing attempt there by Atherton.
Great save by Atherton, and the Britons tried to capitalize on it, and just a very awkward attempt.
O'Shaughnessy again with the serve. Excuse me, that's Lineberger. Short pass in front, beautifully touched there by Kata Herrick.
Herrick's another one of the names we've been saying a lot. And also just been able to find any open holes in the floor and getting the ball to fall in them.
Yeah, she leads the team today in kills with 10. Diving dig there by Wilcox. Tipped over the net from Lineberger. Spiked in front, down into the court.
Wilcox with two great diving digs and laying out, trying to give her teammates a chance to try and build on this lead and put the Bulldogs away.
That one floated over, and he thought it was going to float out. Atherton let it go, and it just dropped right on the white line. Tough break. They'll do it again. We're kind of getting to that point where head coach David Kwan will take his first time out, so maybe this next couple of points. On the outside, Feldman, blocked! And there it is, David Kwan calling the timeout. His team trails 12-4, and the Britons looking in absolute control, eyeing up the sweep to head into the MIAA tournament play. We'll be right back here. You're watching Adrian College Television. Don't just dream about college, experience it. Bulldog 101 gives future Bulldogs a full day on campus with tours, receptions, and more. Register now at www.adrian.edu/admissions/ let me start over. www.adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/Bulldog101. I'm sure if you look on adrian.edu, you'll be able to find it. Don't really need the exact link, but you know, it's in the ad read. I got to read it.
It's there. Might as well use it.
Britons lead it 12-4. Entering the middle part of this third set. Let's see if the Bulldogs can go on a little run here. Tipped at the front. Chan will get the point.
That was almost a very big mishap there for the Bulldogs. Two very soft underhand touches, and not a whole lot you can do other than just make an attempt and give effort.
Oh, Cora Nicolanti back as the server. Drops in Edmonds with the set. The far side, Herrick again. Cross-court kill.
Albion's got the combination of Herrick and Frank back on the court here, so they're looking to seal this game soon.
Serve goes out wide on the far side. Chan towards the middle, easily collected by Albion. Attempt from Frank, blocked by the Bulldogs, but it just escaped play. Edmonds with the serve again, attacking Rowan on the outside. Chan in the middle, touch pass in front and hit the floor. Bulldogs get the point.
Chan's doing everything she can here to keep the Bulldogs in it and trying to keep this going as long as she can to give the seniors as much time as possible.
Every point matters. You got to play like that, point by point. Atherton with the serve. Strong line drive over the top. Herrick again on the outside, goes cross court, and that one escapes. Bulldogs keep it rolling. Rainey Atherton to serve it again from White Pigeon, Michigan. Inside, spike down low. Diving attempt from Nicolanti, no good. More substitution here from Albion. It's Bree Whitfield, the sophomore from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Herrick with the serve, but that one couldn't get over the net. Almost lost her. Couldn't even see her because her jersey's purple blended in with the bench.
Sea of purple over there.
So it'll be Kendall Sullivan. Serve this one. Bulldogs down 7. Over the net. Edmonds out wide. Whitfield blocked again by the Bulldogs. This time it's Emma Lineberger.
Exactly what the Bulldogs needed right there. Gives them a chance to bounce back off of it and continue to build momentum going off of that block, especially, you know, with as dominant as Albion's been with kills.
Blocked again by the Bulldogs. 2 in a row. That was Lineberger's first solo block on the year. Sullivan continues the service. That was a hard line drive just over that. Edmonds on the outside. Whitfield. Oh, and they called that one in. Boy, head coach David Kwan not liking that call. He was right on the line as well as the official. It was close one, Dakota. You got the view too.
I think I agree with Coach David Kwan on that one. I mean, it definitely looked like it was out, and David Kwan and as well as the line judge also had a perfect line view of it.
Yeah, they were looking right at it. Williamson with the serve. Out wide. O'Shaughnessy, that one escaped, not tipped by the Britons, excuse me. They lead it 17-10. But sometimes with those balls, although it looks out, just the angle of which it comes in, you see it a lot in tennis where the ball will look out and then they do the challenge system where it'll just nick the line because of the angle of the ball. It comes in, it doesn't land on a perfectly square ball. It kind of just hits the shadow of the line. Left-handed attempt there by Frank. Rally keeps going. Virginia Rowan, soft touch pass, in comes Edmonds. On the far side, tipped again by Rowan, blocked in front. Bulldogs win the point.
Bulldogs are saying we're not done yet. Still giving all the effort they can to try and battle back into this and trying to claw a couple sets out and trying to get back into a chance or a spot where they could possibly come back and win this.
Yeah, if they could force a 4th set, that would be huge. Lois McCombs with the serve, goes dead center short, tips the net again. She's done that multiple times today.
Almost dumped that right on Molly Edmonds' head.
So Amelia McCombs again. Serves it right on the MIAA logo. Easy set, Edmonds on the outside. Now Whitfield, that one hit the antenna, so it's out.
Bulldogs slowly crawling back into this and building momentum as they go and trying to continue to have that momentum, and if they force a 4th set, trying to keep that momentum throughout it.
Far side, Frank blocked again. The combination of O'Shaughnessy and Feldman. And that is going to force the first timeout today taken by Albion College. Bulldogs within 3 here.
Bulldogs doing fantastic right now. Doing everything right, everything they should have done the entire night, and forcing Albion to, react to try and bounce back and trying to stop the Bulldogs from mounting a huge comeback.
So after the timeout, we'll see you on the other side of the break. You're watching ACTV.
Become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com. and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Dakota Clifton, Nathan Lindner, welcome you back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center, where the Bulldogs have tightened this one up. They only trail by 3 now in the third set. Albion does lead it 2-0 in sets. But if the Bulldogs could force a fourth one, that would be big.
Yeah, I mean, Bulldogs looking to try and get Albion to commit as many mental errors as possible so they can force a fourth set and have momentum to try and battle all the way back.
You know, you thought for during the second set we would see Albion kind of empty their bench a little bit as the third set progresses, but now that the Bulldogs kind of made this a little bit of a match here in the third, probably won't see that as much. Albion just kind of looking to put it away, and they'll say, hey, bench, you can get your practice during our actual practice time. Sullivan out wide. This is going to be a tough play. McCombs gets it over the net. Easy free ball for the Britons. Out wide, Whitfield. Sullivan tipped over the top now by Lineberger. Out wide, Whitfield again. Atherton pass. Outside, Feldman. A little set far side, and they're going to be called for a double hit. Yes, it is. On that set attempt from Feldman.
Not what you want to see for the Bulldogs. Had a great rally, and now they're just slowly falling behind.
Lost the first 2 points out of the timeout. Tipped at the net. Kind of rode the net for a little bit. Free ball here coming from Herrick. Sullivan out wide. O'Shaughnessy blocked at the net by the Britons. Out wide, Whitfield. Feldman with the save. Edmonds with the assist. Who else? Again blocked. They jumped up just in case. Whitfield tipped. Bulldogs, can Atherton get there? She cannot. What a point there. And after that one, 3 straight points go against the Bulldogs. So David Kwan calls his his second and final timeout of this set. And if you're the Bulldogs here, this might be the last timeout you have on the season.
Definitely don't want to see that, but Bulldogs got to do everything they can to try and get back. And if that's have Coach David Kwan light a fire underneath them here, then that's what it's got to be.
You're kind of thinking Kwan might light a fire underneath, but also kind of just take a breath and be like, hey, we're here. This might be the end of the season here. Kind of saying, kind of looking right now, he's not really in the huddle as much as it's more led by some of the other players, which is nice to see a good senior leadership here, and hopefully now Kwan steps in. But kind of just thinking, all right, this might be it here. Let's kind of enjoy the last few moments we have, and we'll hopefully leave it all out on the court.
Yeah, I mean, make it worth it regardless of the outcome. Make it something worth remembering. It's something that you're going to remember for a long time. And even if that's, a loss here, but go out there, leave everything on the court, give it your all, and just play your hearts out.
Yeah, you got to try to make it a little interesting here. They've progressed a little bit as this match has continued. The first set, they only scored 10 points. The second set, a little more, and then now they're up to 14. So we'll see if they can, let's see if they can get to that 20 mark. I think if they can do that, and that'd be a pretty big accomplishment against the third-ranked team in the MIAA here in Albion. We continue play. Feldman, easy free ball over the top. Now on the far side, spike comes down. The kill from Margaret Jones.
Right between the 2 sets of hands, off the hand of Feldman, and just not a whole lot the Bulldogs could do.
It's now 4 straight points coming off of the Albion timeout. Feldman again, spike down, and she gets the kill. Feldman making it happen. Chan and Phoebe Scott check back in, so almost all the seniors in now except for Rainey Atherton. Instead they have Kendall Sullivan in there, so Atherton might come in on the next point in the back row as she is the libero. Outside, Whitfield blocked by Chan. Also in there was Lineberger, but that one went wide. Here comes O'Shaughnessy, the freshman from Brookfield, Illinois. And there's Atherton coming in the back row. Near side, here comes the serve from Wilcox. Goes wide near the bench. They couldn't clear out fast enough as Sullivan was chasing it down, and now the Britons 2 points away. And Wilcox she's ready to serve this one. I mean, that's an ace. Yeah. Ava Wilcox again. 2 consecutive aces. She's looking to finish this thing out.
Yeah, Wilcox is not messing around here late.
Here it comes. Just a nice, easy serve. Powerful, gets it over. Floater. Chan tipped over the top. McCombs from Lineberger. Set from Edmonds. Is this the dagger? Not yet. Up at the top. Net. Chan down. Blocked Atherton. Tipped over. Edmonds again on the outside. Just out. Bulldogs live to see another point.
Bulldogs still got to continue to scratch and claw for every point they can get. Every mental mistake they can get Albion to commit and try and capitalize on it.
Here comes match point number 2. Emma Lineberger with the serve. Over the top. Edmonds outside. Blocked by the Bulldogs. Edmonds again. Over top. Again, Bulldogs. Chan. It's over the net. And is that the most anticlimactic end of the match if you have ever seen? Kayla Chan called for hitting the net on a back-to-back tremendous blocks. And just like that, it's over.
Not the way you want to see it end whatsoever. I mean, to a degree, not much action to end it. And not how you want it to end for either team. But that's how it is.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there for the Bulldogs. A good point to end it, but unfortunately, just not kind of the fireworks we expected maybe as the last point. Thought you would see a kill from either side, but that's the end of the season for the Bulldogs. They lose this one. They get swept 3-0. Final set 25-16. They made it a set. They even almost maybe made the Britons sweat a little bit. Had to take a timeout. What did you see coming down the stretch there?
Definitely had Albion sweating a little bit. Had them kind of reeling back, and I think they were a little bit worried for a minute. And Bulldogs just couldn't continue to capitalize on the momentum they had, and just had too many little mistakes that they made throughout the match that Albion didn't have. And Albion capitalized on every opportunity they had, and it was very obvious as Albion came away victorious today.
Yeah, Albion clearly the better team here. And they are going to go into the MIAA tournament as the 3 seed. Most likely to host St. Mary's if they're able to win today. If they lose, not sure what the tiebreaker is between them and Alma. But you can see some of the emotion there. The seniors, one last huddle here on the court. You know, that one's got to be a tough call. A couple more in the locker room coming up. But Bulldogs lose this one 3-0. Any final thoughts, Dakota?
I mean, not the season the Bulldogs wanted by any means, but nonetheless, they have a really young team. And that's something they can build off of. They had great leadership this year, and maybe some of that can rub off on some of the younger players, and that can continue for years to come. And maybe we can see this Bulldog roster bounce back next year and have a great year.
Yeah, tremendous leadership from the seniors. That'll be Kayla Chan, Rainey Atherton, Amelia McCombs, Megan Reckling, Phoebe Scott, and Megan Feldman. So definitely some big shoes to fill. There are some of those prominent players we've seen definitely this season, some of the stat leaders. Congrats to Rainey Atherton. She got her 1,000th career dig just a couple of weeks ago, and a great season for the Bulldogs. Obviously not the record you're looking for, but you know, they were right there. So that's pretty much going to do it here from the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. Final score, Albion College 3 sets to Adrian's none. From all of us here at ACTV, Dakota Clift, and I am Nathan Lindner. So long, everybody.